Hey you guys, so today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right now. It's a two-toned green and red, super bright, festive, colorful Christmas makeup. I'm a little late to the game this month when it comes to doing a holiday makeup tutorial, but I swear to God, December just like, where has it gone? I know I probably say that every month, or think it every month at least, but seriously, Christmas is almost here? What? Anyways, this month has gotten away from me, but we're here with a Christmas holiday makeup tutorial, and I wanted to really have fun with this one and not just do like the glam cut crease and red lips. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's also nothing wrong with having fun with Christmas makeup. And this is part 2 of my collaboration with Feelunique. As you guys know, I did a sponsored video with them about a month ago. It was like a haul video, and this is the second part of that sponsorship, so I'm going to be using the products that I got in that haul. Not all of them, but the majority of them. So I'm going to be using those and then kind of filling you guys in on how I feel about them, because I have been using them here and there over the past month, so I could kind of like gather my thoughts to let you guys know how I feel about these products. If you guys don't know what Feelunique is, or if you didn't watch my last video, they're basically just like this huge online retailer of everything beauty, makeup, anything you could want. They have like so many different brands, and I'll link their website down below so you guys can check them out. And I still do have a coupon code for those of you guys that reside within the US for Feelunique. It's just my name, Kayla, and that will save you guys 20% off if you shop on Feelunique, which is pretty awesome. Alright, let's get to the tutorial. Alright, so I'm actually going to start with my brows. I'm starting with my eye area because I don't want to apply like all my face makeup and then get eyeshadow fallout all over it. So for my brows, I'm going to be using the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This is in the color Chocolate. This, you guys know, how many times have I said this? I don't know. You guys tell me. This is one of my favorite brow products ever, and it's such a good price. It's like $6, and it's just the best. I love it. This one actually matches my new hair pretty well. I got this one when I still had red hair, so this is lucky. I'm going to leave the inner portion of my brows pretty bare because I'm going to be using a brow pencil to fill those in a little bit. Do you guys have that one eyebrow that just sucks compared to the other one? This is it. So the brow pencil I'm going to be using is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I had heard so many good things about this, and I just decided it was time to try it. This is in the shade Taupe. This is just a super, super tiny little brow pencil. I've used this like once or twice. I like it. I like how it's a little bit lighter than my hair, so I can fade this inner portion of my eyebrow. And it also has a spoolie on the other end, which I love in an eyebrow pencil. So I'm just going to take that and spoolie through to kind of break up any harshness that there might be. Okay, so I'm just going to move on to eyeshadow, and I'm not actually going to prime my eyelids with anything. I feel like lately my eyelids haven't really needed a primer. So in my Feelunique haul video, I got 3 eyeshadow palettes, the Sleek Ultra Mattes Bright palette, and then 2 palettes by The Balm. This is the Meet Matrimony and the Balm Appetit. And I asked you guys which palette you wanted me to do a tutorial with, and I got comments for all 3 of them, so I was just like, why not? Let's use all 3. And I asked you guys on Instagram what kind of holiday looks you wanted to see me do, and one of you guys said to do a 2-toned red and green halo eye, and that was by Alpha Beta Soup. That's what I'm going to be doing. I saw that and I was like, yes! Do not feel like you need 3 separate eyeshadow palettes to do this look. I just wanted to show you guys each one and kind of please everyone who wanted to see like all 3 palettes. You can just find whatever shadows you have at home. You just need like reds and greens and maybe like a shimmery halo lid color. Okay, I'm gonna start with this Sleek palette, which is my favorite of the 3. I mean, look at it. It's so beautiful. So like I said, one eye is going to be green and one's going to be red, so I'm just going to use these 2 greens in this palette. Going to start with that light green on a fluffy brush. And I'm just going to start building this up in the crease until I get like that nice opaque bright green color. And I'm also bringing it down to the outer corner, or the outer like third or so of my lid, and then the inner third of my lid, just packing it right on there, leaving the very dead center of the lid blank, so we will put that shimmery color there later. So now I'm going to go into this darker green with a kind of slightly tapered pointed blending brush, and I'm just darkening up the crease and the outer and inner corner of my lids. I decided to switch over to a different brush just because this green wasn't blending out as well. I don't know if it was the brush or this actual shade in the palette. It's not as blendable as a light green, I don't think, but it still works out pretty well. Leaving this eye for now, I'm going to move on to the red eye, and for that, I'm actually still going to use the Sleek palette. I'm going to take the pinks, which don't look red, but they will look red when I'm done. I honestly can't tell any difference between these 2. I don't know if you guys can. Nothing. I don't know. So I'm just going to take a little bit of both. So I'm just going to do the same placement with these pinks, obviously. Just going to start out by blending it out into the crease. and then dragging it down into the inner and outer portions of my lid to make that halo look. These pinks actually blend out, I think, a lot easier than the greens do for some reason, at least that dark green. I don't know, that one was just a little bit hard to blend. So now I'm going to go into the Meet Matrimony palette, which is an all matte palette, if you couldn't guess by the title. I'm going to take Matte Kumar, which is this brick red right here, and I'm just going to use this in the same place as the dark green, just kind of focusing it on the lower crease and the very outer and very inner portions of my lid. So now we're going to go into the third palette, which is the Bon Appetit. That's so cute, isn't it? It just says eat your heart out. I'm just going to take the U, which is a kind of like warm, kind of cool, I guess you would call it neutral, shimmery color. That's what it looks like. And this is going to be what I'm popping right on the center of my lids. So I'm just going to pack this right onto that naked spot in the center of my lid, and I'm going to kind of simultaneously try to blend it out as I go. I am going to go back in and blend the green over it later, but for now I'm just working on getting the placement on both eyes. So I'm just going to go back in with these greens and just kind of blend really, really lightly over the edges of this shimmery eyeshadow, just so that they blend a little bit better together and it doesn't look like it's just like an oddly placed shimmer right in the center of my lid. And then I'm just going to do the same thing over here with the reds. So for an inner corner highlight, I'm going to go back into my Sleek palette, and I'm just going to use this bright white matte color. And just using my finger for this because why not? So I actually did apply like the tiniest, thinnest amount of like a super light coverage foundation. It doesn't really look like I'm wearing anything, but that's because I wanted to mostly focus on concealer today. This concealer by Amazing Cosmetics, it's called Amazing Concealer, really is amazing. Who would have thought? It's probably one of the only ones I have that I feel like really covers my blemishes. But first of all, we're going to take this Maybelline Eraser Eye Perfect and Cover Concealer. This is the Instant Anti-Age one. So many names in one little concealer, I never know. I do think that this color is slightly too dark for me. This is in the color Light. I think I will purchase one that's a little bit brighter, but I'm just going to put this under my eyes because I do feel like it still somehow helps to correct those dark areas. And then to blend that out, I'm just going to take this Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I really do think I like this more than the Beauty Blender, but I made a mistake today. I got nail polish on it and I tried to get it off, but it just ripped. So anyways, just gonna blend this concealer out. And I guess the color doesn't look too bad once I blend it out, but I still think that if I was like one shade lighter, it would be good. Okay, so now as you can see, I have a lot of stuff to cover over here. Fun fact, actually, I just learned today that I have perioral dermatitis, which is probably not great to be putting makeup on it. In fact, I know it's not a good idea. My doctor said it was okay, but I was like, I don't think so. But for the sake of this video and for my channel, I'm still going to be putting makeup on it. I am going to take a break though. I don't know what I'm going to do. There might be like a slight, I don't know. I don't want to stop doing makeup videos or videos in general, but I might have to take a break and just upload like once a week. I don't know. I'm on medicine to try to get this to clear up, so hopefully it will. Anyways, I'm just going to take the Amazing Concealer. This is in the shade Fair. You need the tiniest amount of this stuff. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm just going to squeeze it up and just tap my finger in it like that. And then start applying this to the areas that I need it, and then I'm just going to blend this out with a sponge. It is a really thick concealer, so if you get too much on, it starts to feel a little bit cakey, but like I said, you hardly need any of it to really cover up imperfections. My nose is a little bit red, so I'm going to take whatever is left over on that sponge and just kind of stipple it across my nose. And then I do have some redness over here on this cheek, so I'm just going to stipple some onto the sponge and then dab it around. I'm also just going to take a little bit on the tip of the sponge like that and just go over this Maybelline concealer, but I'm going to start way down under my eye, so I'm not starting right at the lower lash line, because if you start up there with your concealer, especially if it's super thick, it can end up way too cakey and creasy. So I like to start below my eye, disperse the most amount of product right there, and then start blending up towards that lower lash line so it thins out a lot. And if you want to, you can kind of clean up that eyeshadow as you go along that area right there. I love this concealer so much. It is pretty pricey, like I think it's in the $30 to $40 range, but you do get a lot. I think there's, how many ounces are in here? 0.5 fluid ounces, which is pretty good, and I seriously think this is gonna last me forever. So before I can move back to the eyes, I need to set that under eye concealer. I'm going to be taking my NYX Contour and Highlight palette, which I'm so excited about. I've been wanting this forever, and having this has just been awesome over the last month. I've used it a lot actually, more so the contour shades than the highlights. Like this one is perfect. I think I might like it more than NYX Taupe, which is saying something. These I use sometimes, but like I feel like none of them match me perfectly, but that's okay. I am just going to take this one with just a tiny mix of this yellow, and I'm just going to use this to set that under eye concealer so it doesn't crease or anything throughout the day, and so that eyeshadow that we're going to be putting under there will blend out more easily. This is a really soft powder, and it does not feel like you're caking on a bunch of product, which is nice. I don't know why it took me so long to finally get this palette. Okay, moving on to contour, I'm going to take that one that I was just talking about, this cool toned one right here. They are pretty pigmented, so make sure you don't get too much on your brush. Anyways, I'm just taking a large angled fluffy brush. This gets it done really quickly. Just going to go right into that cheekbone area and just start blending up. Then I'm also bringing this up across my forehead like I usually do, just kind of blending it out across the temples and the hairline, pushing it back into my baby hairs so I don't have any like weird line of demarcation. This palette is going to be the star of the show. This is the Sleek Makeup Solstice Highlighting Palette. I've been using this really often actually since I got it. It is definitely one of my favorite new highlighters. It's so good. I'm going to mix this peach and this yellow highlight, kind of get a more neutral one, tap off the excess, and just go to town on my cheekbones. I love this so much. You can build this up a lot if you want to, but it also can be a little bit more on the like natural side. So I think that's cool. You don't necessarily start off with like a punch of highlight to the face. Also just gonna slightly highlight my nose bridge and my cupid's bow. Alright, moving back to the eyes now, I'm going to go back into the Sleek palette, and I'm going to take this lighter green, and I'm just going to blend that all the way across my lower lash line, and then I'm going to take a clean blending brush and just blend out that bottom edge so it doesn't look just like a stripe of green. And now just going to do the same thing with these pinks. And then just going to mix in a little bit of this brick red to make it more of a bright red like the upper lid. So I'm going to do some winged liner, and for that I'm going to use this Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Liner, which I'd never really heard about until I got it from Feelunique about a month ago. But you guys, this is amazing. Look at how tiny this little tip is. It's so thin. You can make it thicker if you want to, but this is really good for like a super precise wing. You guys will see as I'm applying it. I'll let it speak for itself. It's just super easy to use. It's really pigmented. You don't really have to build it up too much. And it's dark black. I feel like a lot of drugstore liquid liners can tend to be like almost a dark gray, but this is just perfect. I really like this. For mascara, I'm going to take the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is an intense black. Intense. I've been using this pretty often too, and I really like it. And I know some of you guys like it too because I got some comments about it in my last video. I just realized I forgot to put on blush, so while my eyelash glue is drying, I'm going to take the Bourjois Rose de Jaspe, number 95, I guess that means Jasper Rose in English, and I'm just going to take this on a fluffy brush. It is very pigmented, so I'm just going to take a little bit and just apply this on my cheeks. This smells like rose. It is very strongly scented, so if you don't like that, then you probably won't like this. But I really like this color. It's just a nice, natural pink. And the lashes I'm using are the Allure number 141s. These are completely new to me. This is my first time wearing them in a video. And I'm just applying these with a pair of tweezers, and I did use the glue that came with the package. I really like these. They are not super dramatic, but they're like long and kind of piecey looking, so they're really unique. I like them. So since the eyes are really bold and fun, I wanted to kind of tone down the lips a little bit, not do anything too crazy. So I'm taking this Sleek Makeup Matte Me Ultra Smooth Matte Lip Cream in the shade Birthday Suit. It's just kind of like a nude pink color. I don't need to use a lip liner with this because that doe foot applicator is so nice and precise. I do have a darker one of these too. I think it's called Velvet Slipper. I do like this light one, but I don't like the darker one. It's a little bit patchy, but I think the formula of this one that I'm wearing right now is really good. It is just slightly drying, but it's really decent for like $5 or $6. Alright you guys, so that concludes this tutorial. I really hope you liked this one. I don't think I've ever done like a super colorful, fun holiday makeup tutorial. I think this is the first one. I was just like, you know what? why not just go all out? Anyways, thanks for watching. I will list everything that I used listed down below, have all the information that you need, and yeah, happy holidays. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.